A massive, disorganized spreadsheet can feel like a wall of noise. Today, we are going to take that raw information and organize it into a perfectly structured, interactive system. We will move through the process of cleaning a raw dataset, identifying specific segment behaviors, and publishing a live dashboard that supports a concrete plan of action. Success in this field requires a clear blueprint. As this highlighted text shows, the data science lifecycle relies on structured foundational phases. A data model serves as the blueprint for how we organize tables and variables to extract clear insights. To follow along with this build, make sure you have Power BI Desktop open and a raw CSV dataset ready to import. This framework is a practical method for turning historical records into decisive business actions, prioritizing results over abstract theory. The first step happens away from the software. Write down one specific, testable business question so that every subsequent analytical step has a clear target to aim at. Now, import your data. Navigate to the Get Data menu, select the Text CSV connector, and locate your dataset. When the preview window appears, avoid clicking Load. Instead, always select Transform Data. This opens the Power Query editor. Check each column header to ensure that date fields are recognized as calendar dates and financial fields are recognized as numeric values. Look for ID labels, like a row ID, which may appear as numbers. Use the schema icons next to the field names to ensure these labels are not being treated as summable data. Shaping the data into a usable form during this phase prevents errors in the calculations we will build later. For our initial exploratory analysis, drag a single numeric field onto the canvas to create a card. This gives us a headline figure, such as total revenue, to use as a baseline. To see how two variables interact, create a scatter plot visual. Map your spend metric to the x-axis and your sales metric to the y-axis. This chart shows a basic regression. By turning on the analytical trend line, the system finds the pattern in the historical data and uses it to estimate a continuous numerical target. However, this high-level average can be misleading. A single trend line often masks diverging behaviors within different product categories or customer segments. While an overall trend is a useful starting point, making decisions based on that average alone ignores the specific performance of individual departments. To refine the analysis, drag a categorical field into the legend well. This transforms the visual into a multivariate analysis. The single line splits into distinct trend lines, revealing some categories are declining even when the overall average rises. Correlation does not confirm a direct cause. A third factor, such as total transaction volume, might be driving both metrics up simultaneously. We can test for this by creating a calculated column. Divide the metric by the total volume to see the actual rate of change. Normalizing the data this way ensures the analysis reflects the actual performance of the segment rather than just the size of the dataset. Every analytical dashboard should lead directly to a business decision, moving beyond just showing what the data looks like. Add a text box to your dashboard. Write a 2-sentence business recommendation based on the behavior seen in the scatter plot segments, focusing on what a manager should do next. Once the dashboard is ready, go to the Home ribbon and click Publish to move the local model into the Power BI Cloud. In the Cloud interface, navigate to the File menu, choose Embed Report, and select the Public Web option. This will provide a shareable URL for your stakeholders. A technically precise model only provides value if the executive decision-maker can easily access and understand the final recommendation. To check your deployment, paste the shareable URL into an incognito browser window. Stakeholders can now interact with a slicer and watch the charts, trend lines, and action plans update dynamically to reflect the filtered data. We have moved from a chaotic CSV file to a segmented analysis that accounts for volume and a live web deployment. I encourage you to download a public dataset, apply this 5-step framework, and share a link to your published dashboard in the comments. Using this systematic framework provides the leverage needed to cut through corporate noise and lead a data-driven strategy.